They don't lose now. They don't do team talk. When I don't lose now, don't they do team talk. Make I catch in our faces one by one. When I don't lose now, when I don't do team talk. Nothing will happen. They go hire mercenary. Small set with the play. You serious? They scratch me. You be my babe.
Alright guys, welcome back again to the channel. As usual, back again with some stories concerning our beloved Super Eagles and our players right at this moment. So there's been a couple of updates that have come out regarding some of our players, specifically in the transfer market. Victor Osimhen continues to be a very important player who a lot of clubs are still showing interest. A lot of stakeholders are talking about him. Galatasaray journalists who are also fans of the club talking about the potential deal. And also we have John Mikel, Chelsea legend, and also now a Chelsea fan who has consistently been pushing for Chelsea to get Victor Osimhen, as the striker that is going to get them to the top, to be one of the best teams in the EPL and to compete in the Premier League, and now that they are in the Champions League, obviously to also compete to win the Champions League. Mikel has always been very vocal about his opinion concerning what he feels that the Chelsea hierarchies should do, especially in terms of transfer. Last season, he was complaining about the fact that Jackson wasn't a good enough striker to get Chelsea those 20-25 goals to help them be in the top 4. But he also complained about the fact that they need to get another goalkeeper for them to be at the top, this coming season. So the latest updates coming from Chelsea, which, as you probably know by now, a few days ago, Chelsea moved to sign a young Liam Delap. And even though that wasn't a bad signing, because obviously Liam Delap has played a season in the EPL, showed his qualities, scored a couple of goals, I think maybe up to 12 goals, last season, which shows you the promises that this man has, especially when you consider that he is actually playing for Ipswich, or that he played for Ipswich and then got those amount of goals. So definitely a very interesting signing, but Mikel has some questioning to do based on that one, because he felt kind of disappointed that Chelsea didn't rush to sign Victor Osimhen, and instead they went to sign Liam Delap, who's still like a developing project. Obi always referred to Osimhen as the finished article, as the striker that is complete, that can come into any league or any club and start banging the goals, get you 20 goals, 25 goals a season. So that is the issue right now with Mikel. He feels that Chelsea are not really sure about what they are doing, that they don't want to be serious and start competing to win leagues or titles, that they are still focused on their rebuilding phase, and he is not sure about what the club are trying to do right now. And Obi said in a statement, "I just hope that it's going to be the right decision. I like Liam Delap. He's a good young striker who works his socks off. Is he a proven goal scorer in the Premier League? Can he do it at a big club like Chelsea? That's the question. It's about how the manager works with him and develops him. With Victor Osimhen, if you want the finished article, if you want someone who can come in straight away, get you goals, win you trophies, put you in the top 4, you have to pay the big bucks. That's what the big clubs do. If you want someone to evolve over the next 2, 3, 4 years, which is what the club has done, then that also makes sense. But Chelsea Football Club's culture is winning straight away. If you want to win, you have to bring in a Victor Osimhen." So that's what the legend of the Super Eagles and also Chelsea Football Club has said about this deal. Obviously, from his statement, you can tell that he's a little bit disappointed, maybe even angry that Chelsea are not getting Victor Osimhen. If you recall our last transfer market, he was very influential in the deal. He reportedly was among the guys that had that conversation with Victor Osimhen and his agent in the deadline day, transfer deadline day, and almost got it done. But for some reason, Chelsea were unable to finish the paperwork, and the deal didn't work out. But as it stands, there's still a chance or an opportunity for Chelsea to sign him. It's not like it's totally off the table, because Chelsea has made it clear that they are still open to sign another striker. This transfer market, they're talking about Jokeres and a few other strikers as well. This time around, strikers who have experience. So Victor Osimhen is still probably in the running for this one. At the end of the day, we are going to wait and see what happens. But no, the other clubs that are interested in Osimhen, they are not really wasting any time like Chelsea are, because Galatasaray are pushing it. They are pushing it to try and sign Victor, to try and agree a deal, with Victor Osimhen. But Chelsea right now, they seem to be focused more on the Club World Cup that is going to start this Sunday, and the transfer market for the clubs that are going to Club World Cup has ended. So if anything is going to happen between Chelsea and Victor Osimhen, then it's going to be later on after the FIFA Club World Cup. But let's leave it at that, guys, and let me move forward to let you know that the NFF has now reacted to Victor Boniface's social media post where he informally announced that he has resigned from the Super Eagles. And this statement was relayed by the Super Eagles Director of Communication, Mr. Ademola Olajire. And when he was asked by journalists about what NFF plan to do or what they have already done regarding what Victor Boniface posted, Mr. Olajire said that NFF are not taking any action. They are not even interested in that, because from what they gather, that Victor Boniface was just joking around, and they know him a lot. They know the personalities of the players that they have on ground, so they know that Victor Boniface is someone that jokes around a lot, especially on social media. So that is the message they are getting. They don't think that it's anything serious, and they don't think that it's anything to waste precious time to think about. They feel that there are other important things. So no action or no punishment whatsoever for Victor Boniface for what he did from the NFF. I'm just going to say here that Boniface and his teammates, this current crop of players that we have, they are very, very lucky to have met an NFF who is understanding, who is working according to the rhythm of the current society, according to the social media age, how things are being done right now. Obviously, because I don't think it's every federation or every country's federation that you can do something like this and then not get punished. At the end of the day, I would say that NFF are really emotionally intelligent, in the way they handle these players, and know that these players are not the same kind of player that we had back in the day. Because trust me, back in the day during their culture time, Kanu, players don't mess up. Players do not mess up the way that we see players mess up this time around. They are always very serious, focused, disciplined. They know how to act on and off the pitch, way more than we see these players act these days. But it's all good, of course. There wouldn't be any benefits trying to punish Victor Boniface or ban him, because obviously we will not gain anything by NFF doing that. Instead, I think there's a lot to be gained if Boniface can be guided properly and then brought into the right mentality to start focusing on what's more important and delivering for the team.